So when you're ready, I want you to just play through that the first 2 lines of chapter 6. Okay, not bad. What did you notice?
My third finger was not pressing well, and my position, my elbow was low.
Yes, your elbow was dropping a little bit.
It was dropping.
And one of the problems that caused was that your 4th finger was obstructing the D string.
Oh.
So when you went to pluck the open D string, it didn't sound. It sounded more like a harmonic than an open string,
Okay.
because the 4th finger was touching it.
Okay.
So don't worry, these are perfectly normal things to happen in this exercise, and this is exactly what the exercise teaches us. It teaches us to improve the shape of the hand, to make sure that we're not obstructing the next door string, and also to get the fingers to really fall down and stop the string sufficiently, otherwise the sound, as you know, is a little bit dull.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just record myself doing that for you to watch, because it can be useful just to compare, you know, what you see in your arm
Oh, what I see in your
and what you see in mine, so that, you know, what I'm talking about makes more sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So 0 movement there. Very little, barely discernible movement in the fingers. What is happening is they are just dropping down from the knuckle.
Yeah.
And applying weight. So the fingers themselves are not pressing, they're not working. I'm just using them as a conduit. The weight of my arm is going through them and going onto the string. Also, there's no movement to get from one string to the next. All of that is in place, so it's all in the optimum position to begin with. And then the only thing that needs to happen is that.
You think I might do a last repetition, a last try? Could I try a last
Absolutely, yes. That's a little bit sharp. That's an F sharp you've got there instead of an F. That's it. Okay, so
it was everything out of
everything was sharp. Everything was too far forward. Yeah. The 4th finger was more sharp than the rest because it was overreaching.
Okay.
And that's also a very common mistake to make with the little finger. We tend to think that it needs to work harder than it does. We also don't give it enough credit. Although it's little, it's surprisingly strong. But we've got to think about the distance between the fingers. It's got to be equal. And that isn't actually natural for the hand. It's easy to get a pretty big space between the 4th and 3rd fingers. Big space between those two. Not so much between those two. They can be a problem because they can end up kind of sticking together, the 2nd and the 3rd fingers. But the more you work on this exercise, the better you're going to get the tuning, the easier you're going to find it to stay, you know, to get that stability, because you know what it is that you're looking for and you know what you want it to sound like.
Okay.
So there you go. I'll get that uploaded this evening. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, thank you. So I show it to my girlfriend.